felt impossible because I didn't know what to do. I was utterly exhausted. I was blaming myself. I was feeling like a terrible mother. Even at just young 2 years old, Elijah had a really hard time. He didn't play like other children play. He didn't connect like other children connect. He wouldn't sit in a stroller. He wouldn't sit and stay seated in a high chair. He would do everything he could to try to get out of that situation or out of that scenario. I didn't have a connection or a relationship with him. He was very distant. He didn't show really much affection and love for other people. Every one of my instincts or ideas of what might be wrong with him was being dismissed. There was an OT who told us this, and then a medical professional who told us this, and then a doctor who said we should go this direction. You just know, there's something you just know as a parent. You know in your gut this is not right what they're telling you. That time just breaks my heart. And I'll never forget it, the day that I just said, this is it. We've got to do something different. We have to, I mean, whatever it takes, we have to do something different. It ended up being Christmas morning. Elijah was about 18 months old, and we came down to open presents, and everyone was excited, and Elijah was just having a fit. He couldn't calm, he was running, he was just circling and going in circles. Finally, as we were all enjoying the joys of Christmas, he was sitting over by our front door, facing the door, just with his nose 3 or 4 inches away from the door and just sitting there. We couldn't get him to come back and join the group. Anytime he would come back and open a present or get excited about something, he would go right back to that space. And so finally I just thought he needs some space, he needs a break. And so I took him upstairs and put him back in his baby crib. And he played happily for about an hour and a half, just interchanging toys, and he was the happiest little guy in his crib. We went back downstairs, enjoyed Christmas, brought him back down, the same scenario happened again. He was so upset. So I took him back upstairs to his crib for another hour. He just played happy, and at that point, that was the big turning point for me. I knew something is really wrong with my son. Something is not right. I started to put together, what is it? What is bothering him? Why is he okay here when everyone else in our family and other children are okay in this environment? And so that very morning, Christmas morning, I got online and started looking, and I found the Star Institute. I knew the minute I came in that our journey was about to begin. There was something about this place, and right now I don't know that I can go back and even verbalize the emotion of it, but it was so deep in connecting with the staff here. It was almost like they knew my journey. And now looking back, they knew the road that I had ahead before me, but I had no idea, but I felt it. I knew from them and the ways that they were talking to me about the kinds of services and what was going to be provided here, and how the model was very different than anything else I'd ever heard of or seen. And we'd been a lot of places before we came here. I mean, we'd tried a lot of things before we came here, but I knew right away that things here, doing it at the Star Institute, were going to be very different. And the way that the staff interact with us, they don't just interact with him, they don't treat him, they work with us together. Sensory processing disorder is so complex, and there are so many sensory systems, and there are so many subtypes under each one of those sensory systems. I had no idea the depth or the impact that was happening on his body and on him as a little boy until I came here and started to peel off some of those layers. The parent education sessions that I attended here at the Star Institute focused so much just on him. When I'm playing with Elijah in that treatment model, the parent education is providing for me the rationale and the reason as to why. So the minute we leave these doors, I can go home and do the exact same thing, and I know why I'm doing what I'm doing, so I can rearrange life. I've rearranged home, I've rearranged our lifestyle and the things that we do to match and align with how they were doing the therapy. So it may seem just like play or having dinner or getting in the car to go to school, but because I have the knowledge through the parent sessions as to how you do that in a different way, we've readjusted our entire life and the processes and the routines and the things we go through in life to match that. Elijah and I now have a relationship. We have, I mean, that's something that you could never even dream of in the beginning. I could never even imagine. I could never even imagine having with him. I look back on that time now and I can't imagine that I did think that Now when he approaches me or comes and strokes my face, or we'll lay in bed, we'll have what's called special time, and he'll come and ask me to do something just one-on-one with him, or he'll look into my eyes and say, "Mommy, I love you." I never imagined that we would be able to interact in that way.